You referred to it with Dave Gettleman, the general manager of the New York Giants, saying at the Combine we didn't sign Odell long-term to trade him. And as a matter of fact, he did trade him to the Cleveland Browns yesterday for a 1 and a 3 and Jabril Peppers. And that's it. And that's the headline of the New York Daily News. So I can understand what the tabloids are taking it. What are the Giants doing, do you think, in New York right now?
I wish I could give you a coherent answer. None of it makes sense. Letting Landon Collins walk away for nothing. You've obviously broken down the team. You traded the most talented player this team has had since Lawrence Taylor. And not only did you not get an unbelievable return, but you took the lesser of their third-round picks, the last pick in the third round, which is essentially a fourth-rounder, and you traded a transcendent talent who could be a pain in the rear. I understand it. But he's a great player. And I'm not saying that trading him is the wrong thing, but the whole thing that he's been doing, the whole game plan, just has a real herding cats mentality to it. Well, what's he doing? Okay, so if you're breaking this team down to nothing, then you tell me, Rich Eisen, why is Eli Manning on the team? Why are you carrying a $23 million cap hit on a 38-year-old quarterback? This team has no chance to win. I read Peter King called it an expansion team with Saquon Barkley. That's essentially what it is. Why is Eli Manning there?
I don't know. I don't have an answer for you other than the fact that what happened with McAdoo and breaking up his streak and starting Geno last year or 2 seasons ago now created such a stir and was such a screw up that the Mara family and with Tish, I think, are just going to let Eli play out the way he wants unless, hold on, what happens with the draft? I mean, they got 2 first-rounders now. If they want, they could get whoever they want, pretty much. If they like Murray, they like Haskins, they do have the firepower to go ahead and do it. If the Arizona Cardinals are intent on keeping Rosen and this was a smokescreen, maybe the Giants take it. Or if they do love Murray, they want to trade Rosen, maybe the Giants use that. I mean, they have much flexibility to go ahead and make some maneuvers to rectify what you're talking about right now.
Well, as we speak, they are, a lot of the Giant people are at the pro day
in Oklahoma.
Kyler Murray.
Mm-hmm.
So they're taking a look at him. Haskins supposedly is somebody that they're interested in. I'm just amazed that of the 4 or 5 quarterbacks from last year, nobody floated their boat. Because Saquon Barkley is outstanding. He's a great running back. But they need a replacement for Eli. And I know they mishandled the Eli benching. It was terrible. It was heavy-handed. And but I'll refer to a line that somebody in the Garden organization, not Dolan, many years ago, how long do I have to pay Mark Messier for that championship? You messed up. I mean, it was terrible what they did to Eli. But to have him on this roster now just doesn't make any sports sense. It's clueless. And I just don't get it. I don't understand it. They've decimated the defense. You get rid of Vernon. Last year you got rid of Snacks, Eli Apple, Landon Collins. I mean, you should see the spin that's out here in New York, Rich. Landon Collins is one of the worst players of all time, according to people that are leaking this, that are close to the Giants. The worst. Can't cover anybody. So the 3 Pro Bowls, I guess. It's like that college, it's like he paid to get into USC. I mean, you don't get Pro Bowls by accident.
No, he took the test himself in the Pro Bowl and the rest of the list.
I wonder if Lori Loughlin was behind those Pro Bowls.
I don't think it's so I guess the Giants are a lesser house, to use this whole analogy right now.
Nice.
Because the spin I'm hearing, or it's not spin, it could be true here, Michael Kay from the Michael Kay Show, Yes Network, ESPN right here on the Rich Eisen Show. What I'm hearing, and from information, men and women who are close to the situation, is the Giants think they're better off without Odell. They felt like he was required to be force-fed on the field. And obviously the Lil Wayne interview with ESPN last year, and there are multiple things that we apparently don't know about, that less will be more on this front.
I could buy it. I can actually buy it. But here's what I don't understand. Just like I don't understand the Landon Collins thing. So Landon Collins can't play, can't cover anybody. You knew that last year. You were 1-7. Why didn't you trade him? You didn't. So you got nothing for him except for a compensatory pick. Now, Odell Beckham. You essentially, last year, Rich, paid him $21 million to play 12 games. All you had to do was pick up his fifth-year option. You knew what he was. There wasn't any great revelation last year about what he was. He is who he is. He's a great, talented player who could be a pain in the rear to an organization. But his teammates love him. He's supposedly beloved in that room. Again, why'd you give him all that money? Why are you taking the cap hit now? All the money they spent for 12 games of Odell Beckham Jr., it seems like they keep changing their plan on the fly. That's what's so frustrating about this. I don't understand what they're doing.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.